Hi, Jubas. Hi, I'm about the 25th book to 2023, recording this in 2023 in Great Yarmouth. And it's by another Sweet Valley book. I managed to get a badge in a charity shop a while ago, so I'm a bit like a nostalgia session at the moment. Just having a bit of a, sometimes I need some comfort food, okay? So reading the books you read as a child. So I'm a grown-ass adult reading the books that I read when I was a child. And so Sweet Valley Twins, there's another Sweet Valley Twins book, exactly the second one. This is number 18 in the series, okay? Created by Francine Pascal, okay, whose name is on everything, but however, it was written by Jamie Suzanne, right? So that's what's also on the thing. So, center of attention, okay, the saga of the Wakefield twins, okay, center of attention. Jessica Wakefield has cast up her wild imagination. Her mother is very ill, and Jessica thinks it's much worse. She might even be dying. Soon, the news spreads all over Sweet Valley Middle School, but Elizabeth, Jessica's twin sister, is furious. But Jessica loves being the centre of all that attention. Even the teachers feel sorry for Jessica and they let her skip her homework and be excused from tests. And now Jessica has a chance to get the lead in the school musical. She just managed to take advantage of everyone's sympathy just one more time. Okay, so it starts off with the twins. They're going for the typical, little moments, okay, of them being identical in every single way, well, apart from the personalities, which are so different. Okay, and the Jessica wants this sweater which costs $40. Um, but it's the only one in stock. By the way, $40 I looked it up is $102 in 2023. So, but she really wants this sweater. She really wants a sweater. She'd die if doesn't get this sweater. Okay, but the start of chapter 2. At the time, okay, Mrs. Wakefield is feeling a bit tired, a bit run down. She doesn't know what's wrong with her. Okay, but it's been okay. This is when this is from Jessica's point of view. Okay, when the twins reached a wide grassy lawn, they split up as they did every morning. Elizabeth went off to talk to her friends on the staff of the Sweet Valley Sixers, while Jessica hurried to find her fellow unicorns. Ever since she'd been asked to join the unicorns at the beginning of sixth grade, Jessica felt special. They were the prettiest and most popular girls in school. Most of them were seventh and eighth graders. Being with them made Jessica feel very important. Right? Of course, they're so important. And they're talking about a film, they're talking about a play which they're going to do, okay, called Carnival. And this is going to be the big play that everyone wants to get involved in. Everyone, Carnival is a bit like Carousel. So it's called Carnival, set at Carnival, and talk about parts. And of course, here you go. Um, I heard Dana Lawson talking about the audition in gym class today, Ellen said. She's going to try out for the part of Lily. Dana was a tall, thin girl with short blonde hair and a pointy chin. She had a strong, clear soprano voice, but she's not as pretty as Jessica, Ellen remarked. Jessica smiled. She loved the unicorns. Being such an exclusive club made her feel wanted and special. It almost made her feel better that girls like Dana Lawson. And if I win the role of Lily, she thought, that will prove it. Oh yeah, Dana Lawson, because Dana's not as pretty, okay, not as pretty as her. And also, of course, Elizabeth is not going to try out, okay. No, this is what Elizabeth's going to do because these twins are so different, okay. Are you going to try out? Jessica asked Elizabeth as they walked down the hall to the auditorium. No, I don't think so, Elizabeth replied, but I'm going to write a series about the show for the Sixers, so about a behind the scenes look at the whole production. One article about the scenery, then the costumes, the music, the stars. Then you can interview me, Jessica said, and trying out for the lead. Right, of course, she's trying out for the lead, of course she is. Right. And one thing about this story is this. One thing I actually always gave the Sweet Valley books some respect is that they portrayed the parents as humans, okay? They are flawed humans. I mean, with respect to Kate, Alice Wakefield didn't realise, okay, that her daughter had been sort of a doppelganger, okay? Just fell along in this like Sweet Valley Twin series, okay? She'd been replaced with an identical version called Margot, right? But also, Margot had an identical twin of her own. It's weird, okay? It's very weird how that happened, right? And the thing is, okay, Alice is feeling a little bit run down at Ned. Her husband's gone off to do some work in New York because he's a lawyer. And he's feeling really run down. Now, I want to remember this, okay? These did 12, okay? Their brother Stephen's 14. And suddenly, okay, they're saying things they really feel you shouldn't be saying, okay, in front of children. Now, it's kind of good in a way for your young reader, But what the parents discuss with their kids, remember, they should know that the daughter, their youngest daughter, by I think what, 4 minutes, has an overactive imagination. Right. Yeah, they do, yeah, she drops lines like this. So Alice Wakefield, okay, she's got like a lump from of her lymph nodes. She's to go in for a biopsy for some tests. She's feeling run down. She's feeling tired. She even says it could be cancer. Now you don't say that to a 12-year-old, okay? You don't. You shouldn't say that to a 12-year-old. But knowing how she feels, remember her father is away, right? Her overactive imagination, and she's confused and scared, doesn't know what to do. So you can't. Okay, everyone kind of rides on Jessica Wakefield quite a bit, okay? Because Elizabeth is the good twin, if you will. But the pressure this puts on Jessica is, come on, okay? Parents as people, but this was a scrub. I mean, she ups lines like this, okay? Right, right. Come on, she said, leading Jessica out. Let's stop by the Dairy Burger on the way home. I thought I'd move for an ice cream soda. I thought you're supposed to stay in bed for the next couple of days. That's all the more reason to go to the Dairy Burger, Miss Wakefield laughed. This could be my last chance to have a little fun for a while. For a while? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. So, of course, what Jessica does is that she takes over the household chores and she delegates them to her siblings, okay? And by the way, when I looked at this cover, I couldn't tell which one was which, right? I actually looked at this cover and couldn't tell which one Jessica, which one was Elizabeth. I'm going to show you the front cover, right, if you can see that. Right. Okay, so that one is Jessica. That one is Elizabeth. What the hell is Elizabeth even wearing? What? So, oh God. No. Okay. There you go. Okay, so this is a bit. This is when again after the biopsy, Miss Wakefield actually takes her daughter to her biopsy. So her daughter has to wait outside while her mother is having it all checked. What kind of parent does that? She should be in school, okay? She should be with her friends. I'll pick you up later. Right. And it's been here, okay? Jessica, Miss Wakefield said, was surprised. What's wrong? She slipped her arms around Jessica and gave her a hug. I don't want you to die, Jessica sniffed into her mother's shoulders. Poor Jess, Miss Wakefield said gently. All that talk about cancer scared you, didn't it? Jessica nodded silently. Sweetheart, I'm not going to die, Miss Wakefield sighed. Believe me, everything's going to be fine. You'll see. Jessica wanted to believe her mother, but deep down she wasn't convinced. Well, maybe if you hadn't told her in the first place. Okay? Right? So, Caroline Pierce called, okay, whilst Elizabeth and, what's his name? The brother was doing all like everyone else's chores, okay? And she says to Caroline Pierce, who was the school gossip, that's like Caroline Pierce's defining factor, is that she's a gossip. She's an absolute gossip. And spreads it round, okay, the school that Miss Wakefield is dying. Right. Karen looked surprised. She clutched her books to her chest and pushed a strand of red hair from her cheek. Elizabeth, I expected to see you in school today after what Jessica told me. What did Jessica tell you? That your mother is very sick. She lowered her voice to a near whisper. You can tell me, Elizabeth. Is she really going to die? Yes, you're going to tell, okay, the school gossip column. Yeah, my mother's going to die. Right. Right. Well, Caroline said in a huffy voice, I don't know why you're mad at me. I just repeated what Jessica told me. That her mother has leukemia or pneumonia. I can't believe Jessica told you that. Actually, she didn't. Jessica didn't say that. She said my mother might have, but she didn't say that she did. This is Caroline. Right. But of course, Jessica wants to part in Carnival because now she finds that it's her mother's favourite musical. And so she has to get the part, Lily, because this could be, according to everyone around her in the gossip column, this could be the last time she gets to see her daughter on stage if she does have cancer. Right. Right. Because at the time, Jessica actually wants to drop out the play. Right. Or drop out from auditioning. Remember when I said you first told me about the show, Miss Wakefield asked. Jessica nodded. You said Carnival is one of your favourite musicals. That's right. But I still remember the first time I saw the movie. I was so excited that I ran out and spent all my money to buy the soundtrack. I would dance around my house pretending I was Lily and singing the songs over and over again. It drove my parents crazy. Right. You know, I think you make a perfectly lovely Lily, Miss Wakefield said. Oh, Mum, do you really think so? And it made me so happy to see you up on that stage playing the lead. Jessica nodded eagerly. Now she knew how much the show meant to her mother. She had to try out for the lead. Not just try out, she had to get the part. Let's put a little pressure on and it takes the fun out of it a little bit. Right. Right. So at this time, remember Stephen, that's the brother, he's 2 years older than them. But Jessica's standing there, the youngest, barking orders at Jessica. So Jessica's barking orders at Elizabeth and Stephen to actually get stuff done again, clean the house and, do all the chores and that kind of stuff. And you indicate they've had enough of her attitude and they just stop it. Right. There you go. Whilst Jessica's the one, okay, you fussed up her mum's pillow. Right. Right. Here we are. I can't help but just answered. I just keep thinking about how Mum used to be down here every morning making breakfast for us. Now maybe she never will. Finally, Liv broke the silence. Poor Jessica, she says sympathetically. You look almost as bad as Mum. You're pale, you've got circles under your eyes. Let out a ragged sigh. What do you expect? It hasn't been easy keeping the house running smoothly plus taking care of Mum. Oh, brother, Stephen muttered, give me a break. Well, it's true. Liv shook her head in disbelief. How could Jessica make a claim like that? Elizabeth and Stephen had been the ones who kept the house running smooth, not Jessica. They'd done all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the washing and ironing. Jessica's only job had been to give the orders and boss them around. But Elizabeth kept silent. She knew that if she criticised Jessica, it was only start a fight, and didn't want that to happen while their mother was sick. Right. Just say now or say, oh, just try to delegate. Also, why isn't Stephen stepping up? Also, they're wanting to care about what they've got to do the chores for a couple of days. Oh, so what? Well, of course, the whole kind of Mrs. Wakefield, Alice Wakefield is dying, has gone round the school. And this happens, okay, because I couldn't believe this, okay? This happened with Dana, okay? Dana, by the way, has not auditioned, okay? But apparently, only two people were actually applying. And Miss McDonald, who's a director, walked up to the aisle to join them. I guess Dana told her she's not trying out for the lead. Dana and I talked it over, and we both agreed it was the right thing to do. In fact, just before you arrived, I spent the audition to the other girls who were planning to audition for the role. They all agreed that you deserve to be Lily. You don't even have to try out, Jessica asked an amazing. Then Miss McDonald said sympathetically, if you want the part, it's yours. So, all the other students who would really, really wanted Lily, okay, not Dana because she would have got it because she's the best, all drop out and just give it to Jessica because her mum is dying. Oh my god. So Jessica's happy, okay, because she gets this. And Miss Wakefield isn't dying. She has a virus, okay, that's great. But that night, Jessica lay in bed and thought about her day. Almost everything she wanted to come true. Her mother was going to die, and her father was at home. Plus, she got the lead in Carnival. So why didn't she feel happy? Was it because she lied about her mother's illness to get the part? No, she thought. There wasn't anything wrong with what she had done. It was just a little white lie, hardly worth thinking about. And besides, her mother could have been dying. In fact, until 3 o'clock this afternoon, Jess had been certain it was true. And also, what's this going on? Jess actually having meltdowns at school. Instead of having tests, she's sitting there crying in the toilets. She's actually crying about this because she's so stressed, okay, about her mother. So using okay, this lie to get out of test. She actually did think her mum was dying. Okay, the gossip not going around. But okay, Elizabeth okay was like, oh, it's probably just a virus. Well, at this time, there's a possibility actually it wasn't. So Elizabeth is kind of playing it down, but Jessica is facing that it could have been cancer. Right. However, what happens is everyone it all comes out. Jessica says to Dana, no, you deserve the part. I'm gonna call Miss McDonald and say, no, you should be Lily because it's the right thing to do. And they all go around okay to like, commiserate and with Jessica, but it turns out her mum's fine. She's like, yeah, actually she's not dying after all. Dana, you deserve the part. So what happens to Jessica is this, okay? You see, Jennifer is starting the family moving to Seattle. She was going to be one of the carnival performers, but now that she's moving, we need a replacement. It's not a large part, but you think you might be interested. That requires some dancing and a solo song. Right, just could hardly believe her good luck. Interested? I'd love to do it. Perfect, then it's settled. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon at our first rehearsal. Goodbye, Jessica. So she gets a part anyway, not the lead, okay? Not the lead, but it's still a part, okay? Then it gets the lead as Lily. Oh, well. Now, parents as people, okay, Ned and Alice Wakefield screwed up with this by actually telling their children, the overactive imagination 12-year-old daughter, okay, that they have cancer. Let's say it was a virus, mum needs to rest, do you mind picking up the slack, okay? In fact, it's okay, they're bringing together doing the chores. Well, suck up for a couple of days, Just because doing nothing, okay, whilst we're hoovering. Oh, my heart bleeds, okay? It's like Wakefield twins have never done any chores before, even though it's like their natural thing. But in retaliation, Jessica now has to do their chores for like the next fortnight or something, all their chores. Right. You think that Simone Agustin would actually step up a little bit, but no. Okay. So, center of attention, parents just screws up. People really screw up a lot, sweet Ali. I'm signing off here. Bye now.